Donald Trump, my love, listen. Need to say sorry. Apologize. Israel love you. And first of all, we didn't. We said, hey, Trump, by the I want to grab you by the push now.
Her name is Noga D'Angeli, and that video went viral as the hostages came across the border and back into Israel. And boy, we found her. You know, you slid right into those DMs. She's coming up. Hot Mics, Hot Takes. It's Hot Mics with Billy Bush, and it's presented by our friends at LA Golf. Hot Mics. Great time. You know it. Hola, my loves, on TuneIn and YouTube. Welcome to Hot Mics. I'm its proprietor, Billy Bush. So glad you're with me. I got to say, I'm back to normal again. I went on a psilocybin journey number 2, and for the last 72 hours, I don't know what's going on with me. But I'm back, and I'm almost ready to tell you about it. That'll be next week on Hot Mics. So, if you're thinking about it, you may have heard my first podcast I did on it where I was pooping rainbows after journey number 1. It gets a little more complicated. So stick with me. Make sure you listen to episode number 2 on that. That'll be probably Monday next week. Okay? Just remember, you get the journey you need, not the one you want. That's interesting. It's Hot Mics. It's Hot Takes. Here we go. Did Donald Trump just save the world? I mean, you solve peace in the Middle East, that's saving the world, right? I mean, he did, right? Time magazine gave him a glowing cover. It killed them to have to do that. The photo, of course, was a dig at Donald with the big waddle and the holes, the translucent hair, the shot from down below. He hated it. I agree with him, by the way. WTF on this one. Give the guy a break. You write a beautiful article, but you hit him with that picture? That's a terrible picture. Very bad picture. He's brilliant at bitching about unfair, biased coverage. And he's so relentless with the messaging that public opinion, I think, now kind of supports him as the victim, right? Past presidents used to just take their knocks. They all got crapped on by the media. They all bitched about the media, but not publicly. One man versus the entire fourth estate. That's what Donald Trump is right now. And he wins, every time. Don't forget this. Trump is a television producer. He knows theater. The Air Force One flyover timed to the release of the hostages? Magical. And all the mainstream media, they had to give him props. Because everybody else, is, they don't want to fulfill his prophecy that they are embedded against him. He's kind of shamed them into applauding him. And, it's so painful for so many of these people. How do you criticize a man whose arms are wrapped around weeping families? Jimmy Kimmel says, the fact is, the bombing has stopped, the hostages have been released, and Trump deserves some of the praise for that. And so, I know it sounds crazy to say, but good work on that one, President Trump. Jimmy, are you okay? And then Stephen Colbert, I love this one. He says, okay, it's important. Credit where credit is due. Donald Trump did something good. Are we still canceled? Oh, God, the legacy folks, they know that they're beat. For now. If the hard part, like the disarming of Hamas and the eradication of their leadership and the redevelopment and rebuilding of Gaza, if that doesn't go according to plan, which isn't so much a plan as a vision, they will regain their footing and they will come after him again. So I was in New York recently and I'm having lunch with an old friend of my father's, and at this nice restaurant, this guy comes over, says hello. His name is Hugh Dugan, former acting special presidential envoy for hostage affairs. What was it? They couldn't believe the timing. This is days before the release, and we just get into conversation. You know what he says? He says, well, a day, and then I communicated with him after the hostages came out. He sent me this yesterday. While a day to celebrate for returnees and loved ones, the hostage enterprise seems to be thriving when ragtag terrorists have the Oval Office on speed dial, as has been the case. Interesting, right? I mean, how much does Hamas love being able to engage with the president of the United States of America? Already, Hamas is welching, though, as I emphatically said that they would 2 days ago. The thugs had until midnight on Monday to hand over all hostages to Israel, 20 alive and 28 deceased. Hamas returned 4 bodies to Israel on Monday, but one was not that of a hostage. And then yesterday, 4 more. In response, Israel announced they will restrict aid. Nice. All right, that's all they're saying. Okay, but they had to take some type of action. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz called the lack of progress a failure to uphold commitments, but he stopped short of military threats. You got to love Trump, though. I mean, he has no patience. He's feeling his groove, baby. He wants to move on to the thornier problem of a broader peace in the Middle East. He's betting that 2 years of war transformed this region so much that a century of beef has reached its regional boiling point. And I'll tell you what, if he's right, the man is the Arab whisperer. That's, I mean, there's just no 2 ways about that. We'll see. But as far as phase 1 goes, brilliant. Brilliant. Forget the Nobel. Give the man the Emmy. So when the hostages crossed back into Israel, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful sight. Families with their arms around each other. Unbelievable. This video by Israeli stand-up comic, philanthropist, actress, and lady just sick and tired of war, Noga went viral. Watch this.
Amazing! Donald Trump, my love, listen, need to say sorry, apologize. Israel love you. And first of all, we didn't. We said, hey, Trump, by the I want to grab you by the push now. I didn't think that the Trump, a golden shower, will bring the golden news to Israel. Honestly, we eat the cover now. We eat the hot. Amazing. Okay, I stand with you, you know? You stand with me, I stand with you. Let's make America great again. No NATO, no gender, them, they. Who is them, they? Don't know them, they. Only he and she. Mexican to Mexico. I agree.
This is one of the great streams of consciousness I've ever seen. She's riding a bike. You know that's a one take right there. We are pleased to welcome all the way. She's in Israel right now. Noga D'Angeli, it's late at night. Oh, my God.
Oh my God, I'm so honored to be here, that you invite me, and wow.
Look at you. You have incredible energy. I was just saying before, like everyone in the control room, this woman's energy just comes right through the screen. You can feel it.
Yes.
You're still just teeming with give me all of the, where are you right now? And tell me what's happening with your friends and your community and what people are saying in this moment.
Okay, so we had like 2 days of overwhelming, like, after 2 years that we are suffering and horrible news every day. Suddenly we see the light, and I must tell you, like, I am a secular liberal feminist, and I love Trump. I admire this man.
Wow.
And it's incredible. You can imagine, I have identity crisis right now. All the liberals in Israel, because the only man that came here, he came 2 days ago and spoke in the Knesset, in the parliament, and said, okay, I will bring peace. And he brought all our brothers back home. You need to understand, it's not like strangers. We know each and every person that came back. I know of Avinatan Or and Matan Tzangauke. I know what the names of their families and what they love to eat and wear, everything. It's like brothers, okay? So it was like 2 days that I just go ride on my bicycles and just shout in Tel Aviv, like, good morning, Israel.
Oh, wow.
After 2 years that we cry every day, and we need to be normal. I have 3 children. I need to be in a normal life in such a place, in a war zone. So when Trump said, I will bring peace, I think I don't know. The last time we hear the word peace,
Yeah.
I think no one even, imagine that it can be like this, because our government always said like it's the endless war, it's endless war. We hear all the time, we hear it.
Yeah.
And, no deadline for the war. It was only dead, no deadline. It was horrifying. And these days we see all the hostages came back, and we just in loops. I did binge of loops of the meeting with their families, and we can start breathing again.
We have
Seriously.
the living hostages are back. There are still,
Yeah.
some remains that need to
Yeah.
be returned, and Hamas has not delivered on that on the timely schedule, whereas Israel immediately
Yeah.
returned 1,966 detainees, right away. Are we surprised? Are people worried like, oh no, now we have to put our faith in Hamas to, one, disarm, get out of there, get out of government, do not be involved in the redevelopment or anything. The first phase is a beautiful phase. How much faith do you have and your friends have that the next phase is going to be as smooth?
Listen, I'm so optimistic. So I really believe in Trump now. Like I want to really to grab him by the push and to say keep on doing what you're doing. The words he said, like
Sorry, push.
push. Okay, push in Hebrew.
I got it.
It's a nickname for
I
for
got it.
pussy.
You
Yeah.
did it. You had to do it. I said I got it, but you had to do it. I had to do it. You had to
I had
say
to
it.
do it. I had to do it. Sorry.
Does
Sorry.
anybody do a
I'm
great?
fine.
Does anybody do a Trump impersonation over there? Do they do a little bit of
A
Noga? What a
little bit, they
beautiful
do.
woman. We love
They
Noga. She's
do.
great.
Yeah, Noga, she's great. I want to grab you by the push. I sat with my friend, a very, very left liberal friend, and I said to her before I shoot the video, I said, listen, we need to apologize. We said, Trump, we need this man, our apologize, because our mistake, our very mistake, because if he would be, I wouldn't vote for him if he was
Yeah.
president of Israel because of his ideas. And I thought, okay, if he bring peace for us in this moment, whatever. And about the abortions, it's funny because I had abortion 1 week ago,
You
and
did?
I did, and I did abort, yeah, that I chose,
How
and
do
I
you
did,
share that so openly? It's amazing.
yeah, because that's what I do. I take my life and do it like this. I speak on
Okay.
it. I do comedy for this. Also, things in Israel, all the hot topics, I just do comedy from it because that this is how I get through life.
Yeah.
So when I did the abortion, I also did a video, and I got a lot. It got viral also. Da, 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 da. I speak on about abortions, about there. Nobody speaks on it like this, and so when I said, okay, I'm against abortions, obviously my people knew I am not serious because I just did it. But in this point, I thought, okay, I will call him Donald if I would have one.
So
And
you're a
I
person
think,
that would just be diametrically opposed to him, and it's funny because if Donald Trump, and he may, hears what you say, he's going to say, well, all these crazy liberals that are over here, in our country, they need to follow suit like her and say,
yeah,
I mean, Jimmy Kimmel is a late night television host who hates Donald
yeah,
Trump, and even he came out and said, well, I got to give some credit.
yeah,
He would like to
yeah,
hear
give
from
some
all the
credit,
liberals, by the way. Yeah.
I don't hear all the liberals in America, all the river to the sea. I don't hear them say, "Okay, great job," and yeah, I think that Trump,
The liberals here are crying genocide. They cry genocide. They're on the campuses, and they gave up on Israel quickly. For the first 2 months, for the first 3 months, the first 6 months after October 7th, everybody was with Israel. And I remember there's a woman named Bari Weiss who writes for the Free Press over here. She's a Jewish person, just a big journalist. And she said, I remember reading her words saying, watch and wait. They will give up on us. They're with us now, but they will turn on Israel, and it will happen. And I think when I see you riding around your bike and you're, overjoyed, it's because Trump did not give up on Israel like everyone else, right?
He did not give up, and he gave hope that nobody could say before like this and promise, so much relief, and I can't explain how much it means for us to give so much hope in this after 2 years. My child is 1 year. He was 1 year old when he was born, and the war came, and he thought this is life. Every night at 3 a.m. everybody go to the shelter, meet the neighbors, and mother without a bra. He thinks this is life, and it's horrible. He thinks, it's normal to go in a car, and in the middle of the day there is alarm, and I am like the responsible of this not normal situation. I need to say, oh, calm down, just put the hand on the head. We are safe.
Yeah.
Who is safe? We're going to die, So it's very not normal living here in Israel. I think nobody can understand.
No one gets it. We don't have bomb shelters that families that we're partnered up with, like a buddy system, and when the alarms go off, when the bells go off and the bombs hit, that we run into our little bunkers together. We don't have that. We don't understand it. And by the way, and then you see like Tel Aviv, these beautiful cafes, and there's such liveliness and life. I don't know how you people continue to live like this, to a joie de vivre, no matter what. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible. And we live, I think we're here because, it's our place. My grandmother was in Auschwitz in the Holocaust, and even there she had humor. We must have this, because I think that's why I'm a comedian. Like my life is to say, to find the things that I can feel relief from the humor, because because the situation is so hard. So this is our home. This is our place, and we don't want this war to have. And the hostages, people need to understand. There are people that took from their house, their beds, and
oh God, so horrible.
My children are still asking how did it happen, and I'm not okay. I don't know. I don't have the answers. And I really, really hope that the children here in Israel will live in peaceful life, not like us now. And, at the beginning of the war, I just went all over South and North to do comedy, whatever, And I came to Kibbutz Kabritz in the north near Hezbollah and near the army, our army. And before the show, I just... There was boom, like real boom, hard boom. Like I said, okay, this is the end. And a 3-year kid told me, don't worry, this is ours. This is our missiles. It's okay. And I said, what? He said, yeah. I know how to recognize this is ours.
Wow.
And I said, okay, this is not okay. In other countries, children in this age recognize numbers, colors. Here, they recognize boom. It's not okay.
That's an Israeli boom. We're okay with that boom. That's, oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Well, I hope, what is your fear? Noga D'Angeli went viral right after the hostages came over. This incredible video of her riding around the streets of Tel Aviv, right?
Yeah.
She was just overjoyed, and she was confessing. She was basically you were if spontaneously and effusively spouting your history and evolution of a relationship with Donald Trump. It was like, this guy was terrible and the whole thing, and I can't believe it. And now I'm saying something I never thought I'd say. I love this man. Oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what is your fear that remains, and what is your prayer? What are you hoping for?
My fear, I think we need leaders here like Trump. Seriously. People in
He
Israel.
needs to keep his eye on this ball, though, and keep the pressure on, because,
Yeah.
Hamas is, so long as Iran is funding Hamas, and, if they've got any sort of lifeline like that, these are terrible, terrible people. They're sick, and they will,
Yeah.
so the removal of them is the next phase, and that must happen.
Yeah, that must happen. And I really, really think that we need leadership like Trump, that people that really say and do what they're just doing. The mother of Hirsch Goldberg Polin, the hostages that was murdered in Gaza, she said a sentence that I always think and about it, that she said, people, we are not what we think, we are not what we say, and we are even not what we believe. We are what we do. So go do.
Yeah.
And that's what is happening now. That's what Trump brings us now. He's doing, not talking, not speaking, he's doing, and things, I really hope it will continue. And my child just woke up, and
Perfect
timing, because my
time.
husband, when you come to Tel Aviv, we have a restaurant here, so my husband works now. It's evening time now.
Look at that smile. Look at the energy on you. Noga D'Angeli. Follow. I just like, if you want a friend in Israel, follow her on Instagram. Noga.D'Angeli. Right?
Noga D'Angeli. And I will come to show. I want to show in English. I need to practice my English. Obviously,
Pretty good.
Hear. But pretty good.
She's
Very
a
broken
wild
English.
liberal woman who loves Trump now. This is just so you know that this is a monumental moment.
Everybody loves Trump here. Everybody is consensus, like, You know
who loves Trump? Bibi. And you know who's hanging on to Trump? Bibi, because without Trump, Bibi's in trouble.
Yeah, big trouble. And we are in big trouble.
Bibi. We love Bibi. He's doing a great job. Everybody
Bibi.
must vote for Bibi.
I love Bibi. He's a good guy. How he said, you hear how he said to our opposition, how do you say? אלוני, שנייה, ממי, אמא עובדת. You hear the boy screaming, Ima? You see, he thinks it's alarm time. It's the alarm time. He doesn't understand why it's not alarm. It's ceasefire. It's peace.
It's over, kid. Everyone's okay.
Trump brought us peace. Quiet. Go to sleep.
Noga, I love you very much. You're wonderful.
I love you. I love you too.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. What a video. How am I going to say? That thing rocked me. I DM'd her, and she got right back to me. Pretty awesome. Noga D'Angeli, there she is, like so many people celebrating in Tel Aviv and all across Israel. And, it will continue. Let's see what happens in the coming phases 2 and 3. All right, continuing on now. Hot mics, hot techs, okay? Technology. How about this? Meta, Instagram, where I met this woman, is using PG-13 movie ratings as guidelines for content that is accessible for teen accounts. So if you're under 18, automatically you go into a now updated 13 plus setting, and you cannot opt out without a parent's permission, right? By the way, parents can use a stricter setting if they want. When I was 15 years old, I found a way to get to that Playboy magazine. I just did. My buddies and I, we had like a little racket. You distract the guy, someone else steals it from the stand. So aren't these kids going to get around it too? Well, Meta is using something called age prediction technology. Age prediction technology, not that weird stuff they used in The Irishman on Robert De Niro. It's an AI function, yeah, but it finds kids on the Instagram app and puts them where they belong, even if they claim to be 19 or older. So it's not going to eliminate all the strong language, all the weed paraphernalia, the cigs, the booze, or a whale tail flying out of a firm caboose. But instances of edgier content will definitely go down, which means kids will have to work harder. And where there's a will, there's a way. 95% of parents are pleased with the move. 100% of kids are pissed off about it. My take, 95% of parents gave up long ago and are answering the survey questions in a way that the pollster won't think they're a bad parent. More hot mics, hot tech. This is under the category of erotica. You heard me. Erotica. OpenAI is opening up to adult erotica. So, now, listen, Sam Altman, I mean, I didn't know he was capable of this, but in the near future, the new versions of ChatGPT are going to engage, more in this age gating, kind of like Meta's doing, watching the parameters of making sure kids don't get to this stuff. But, because, they're also going to be engaging in the development of more distinct personalities on ChatGPT. Right now, though, they're focused on getting kids hooked on this thing. But first, they say they want to treat their adults to the delicacies of adulthood. So I went to let's do to ChatGPT right now. This is wild. What can they do? ChatGPT, tell me an erotic story about a man going to a department store and trying on clothes in a changing room, and the saleswoman sees him through the curtain, and a hot sexual encounter ensues. That goes into ChatGPT.
Billy, this is getting very specific.
It is a specific scenario. I think I read that when I was like 14. I can't create or describe pornographic or sexually explicit material. If you want, though, I can write a sensual or romantic version of that scenario, something focused on tension, attraction, and emotional chemistry. Would you like me to do it that way, more steamy but suggestive? Yes, right? Yeah.
I think so, Bill. I think we go for it.
Yes, please.
Yes, please is the answer.
Got it. Here's a sensual, suggestive, but not explicit version of your story. And by the way, isn't that better? Isn't less more? Like, we don't need the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle. You don't need the graphic version. Okay, this is called The Fitting Room. The department store was quiet, too quiet for a Saturday afternoon. Fluorescent lights hummed faintly above rows of folded shirts and pressed trousers. Mark had only stopped in for a jacket, but the sales associate had a way of making that simple errand feel significant. She introduced herself as Claire. Her tone was polite at first, but her eyes lingered longer than expected when she helped him pick out a few styles. "Try these," she said, brushing the sleeve of one of them against his arm. "I think you'll like how they fit." Inside the changing room, the curtain barely met the floor. Mark slipped his arms into the jacket, feeling the fabric mold to his shoulders. He caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror, and then caught a shadow moving just beyond the curtain. A pause, and then a soft voice. "Need any help?" Claire asked, her tone low, like a secret shared too close. He hesitated. Then he tugged the curtain slightly open. "Maybe," he said. "Does it look all right to you?" She stepped closer, the scent of her perfume cutting through the air, something clean and faintly sweet. Claire's eyes traced the jacket line, fingers lightly brushing a stray crease near his collar. "Oh, it fits," she murmured, almost too well. The moment hung between them, neither stepping away. The room seemed smaller than before, the air denser. Claire's hand lingered just a second too long before she met his gaze in the mirror. There was nothing professional in her expression now, just curiosity and something dangerous beneath it. Then she smiled, composed again, though her voice still carried that edge of heat. "You should take this home," she said. "It suits you." Mark nodded, and both of them knew she wasn't only talking about the jacket. Wow, ChatGPT. Now that's where
Billy.
that's the extent of it now.
That was Billy. You got the voice for it.
I know. I mean, I might have to start my own thing. I mean, ChatGPT does all the work. I'm just doing the vocal stylings. But you know what? I am a man who believes that less is more. I don't think tell me something. If you ever watch, I know none of you guys in there would do this, but if you watch Pornhub or one of those things, you always feel like a dirty bastard afterwards. Like, ugh, this is terrible stuff. It's not. But this is nice. This is like Delilah, who does the love songs requesting at night. It's a beautiful mood. It's not too much. Okay. So more hot takes here. Keira Knightley said, sorry, not sorry. She half apologized while emitting a laugh for lending her voice to the new Harry Potter audiobooks after she was told by some fans. She was told that some fans are boycotting them because of J.K. Rowling's public beliefs that biological men, no matter how they identify, should not use the ladies' bathroom. Keira said, yeah, I think we're living in a period of time right now. We're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? We've all got very different opinions, so I hope that we can all find respect. Well, the 12 angry people on Twitter who are boycotting thought this was flippant and insincere. And you know what? They'd be right. What is sincere is Keira Knightley's decided she'd like to sell her talents to all people, not just crazy people living on the fringe. Emma Watson, legendarily playing Hermione in the films, has a slightly narrower view. She said, trans people are who they say they are and deserve to live their lives without being constantly questioned or told they aren't who they say they are. Did she go to Harvard? Like, that is a very long sentence with a lot of theys and ours. And J.K. Rowling, as you are likely familiar, first pissed off crazies in 2020 when she looked at her bank account and realized she could say whatever the hell she wanted to. She went off on an article that was referring to women as people who menstruate. What? Well, this person who stands up while peeing supports Keira Knightley and her freedom to attempt to be rational. Finally, Blake Lively. Where have you been, my love? Way too much silence from Blake Lively. Blake Lively wants you to believe everything she says when she says she was terribly mistreated on the set of It Ends With Us. You know this. The contract that Wayfarer Studios and Justin Baldoni and his partner, that they first proposed to her, she said was outrageous. She didn't like it. $1,000 a week for a trainer and custom meal delivery, a personal driver, a private jet for her, 2 nannies, her assistant, and security team for the Las Vegas filming days. Big bonuses for box office milestones. And if you add them up, like it's $250,000 for every time they clear a profit over the operating budget, which was $25 million. So if the film made $350, which it did, that's a bonus of $3.5 million on top of her big salary. Now, she would get $200,000 if she won an Oscar. If I were them, I would have offered $1 billion. There's no chance of that happening. $100,000 if she got nominated for an Oscar. I'm sorry. Did they say Oscar or People's Choice? Like, really? Anyway, she also get like $100,000 for a Golden Globe win and $75,000 for a Golden Globe nomination. But here's the rub in the offer. Why things didn't go so well. The proposed contract would have prevented Blake from taking this whole case here against Justin Baldoni to court. Instead, requiring, she has to bring any gripes or beefs or sham SH claims to a private arbiter in Los Angeles. I wonder what made them think they might need that little clause in there. And as you know, Blake rejected the proposal. Oh, Blake, we've missed you so much. Up next, big funding cutbacks for public television. As you've heard about, this affects a lot of people, including the absolute classic, all the people that work at Bob Ross's Joy of Painting. Like so many, especially in college when you're stoned. I grew up watching Bob, and now you can own a Bob Ross painting. Oh, I'm in this game. It's going to help public television if that matters to you, too. But the president of Bob Ross Incorporated grew up as a little girl with Bob. She's coming up. But first, Prize Picks time. It's where I go to win some money and sometimes lose. I mean, I don't always win. Here we go. Let's take a look at Thursday night football tomorrow. Let's get ahead of that, okay? Let's do a quarterback showdown here. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. So I've got my Prize Picks app open right now, and I'm going to do a showdown with the quarterbacks. Joe Flacco will be starting. As you know, Joe Burrow is hurt. So Flacco, they say 235.5 passing yards. More or less, do you think? I think less. I think he's going to have less. Let's pick that. Okay, Flacco goes less. And let's go to Aaron Rodgers, 217.5 yards. I think he'll have more. Yeah, definitely. More than 217.5 for Aaron and less for Flacco than 235.5. Okay, that's it. All you got to do is find two or more players and pick more or less under their projected stats. It's very easy. You can play in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you're winning money. Make sure you use the promo code HOTMICS and download the app right now. All right, to put it simply, if you watch or grew up watching Bob Ross, you loved Bob Ross. I got to say, best Halloween costume I ever rolled with was Bob Ross. He was always just had a little palette, had the fro, had the beard. I always ended up making out with somebody. I got to be honest with you. Everybody loves Bob Ross. His calm voice, talking you through the paintings, his famous lines, like, we don't make mistakes, just happy accidents. They're unforgettable. It's hard to believe Bob Ross passed away 30 years ago. And even after his passing, the joy of painting has continued to air without interruption on public television now since, 1983. And it's been all over the news. Public television facing reductions in federal funding. A gem like Bob Ross is going to go away. Well, 30 of Bob's paintings are going up for auction by American Public Television through the international auction house Bonhams, with 100% of the net sales going to apt public television stations. So joining me right now is the woman running the show in lieu of Bob, Joan Kowalski, president of Bob Ross Incorporated. There you are. You run the whole thing. You live in Bob Ross's beautiful little world every day.
Yes. How am I doing?
Oh, I think you're doing a great job. I think it's like running the Elvis Presley Foundation. It's like keeping Elvis alive for people. He is the Elvis of painting, Bob, no?
Absolutely. It just goes itself. It's like gravity.
Oh.
We don't have to do much here. It's just Bob pushes himself into everybody's heart.
Oh, my God. Can't believe it's been 30 years. Oh, my God. So when I think of Bob, I think of I actually think of lying to my mother and saying, I'm sick. I need to stay home from school. I would just watch Bob Ross.
Actually, he heard that a lot. He
Right?
heard about people, yes, or falling asleep or whatever. Yeah, he heard it all.
Oh, my God. So you're going to auction off 30 paintings, is it? 30 Bob Ross paintings?
That's right. We've donated 30 paintings to American Public Television.
Wow.
And we're shipping them straight to Bonhams for auction. The first one starting November 11th.
Oh.
And then they'll have auctions every now and then for the next few years until we get through all 30 paintings.
What am I looking at here? This is called Cliffside. If you look,
That's right.
If you're on YouTube right now, if you're not listening, you should be on YouTube with us, right? Because of this great moment. It is, oh my, it's daunting. It's not like the little riverside, little brooks and creeks that I remember, Bob, with the little chipmunks and all that. But this is Cliffside. Look at this. How much is that for? Where does that start? Do we think?
Well, they're valuing it at around $30,000. But now they auctioned a couple of Bob Ross paintings a couple of months ago, and they went for like $100,000. So we're hoping that we are tripling and even going higher once people realize what the proceeds are going for, that we're going to just hit all kinds of marks with these paintings.
Talk to me about this one right here. This is a beauty we're looking at. This was Bob Ross did this, called Home in the Valley. It's oh my God, it's just, there's a little pond right there, a beautiful little shack in the middle of a field or a dale, and there's just a gorgeous, in the distance, wonderful rolling forestry. Ah!
Now, this one he actually painted on television. So when you see this episode, you watch that episode, you're going to see him paint that exact painting.
Wow, that's in an
It's
episode.
really, really going to be enticing for people who will want to have the exact painting that he did on television that millions of people have been watching all these years.
Folks, that warmth that you're feeling all over your skin right now is the warmth of Bob Ross, just blowing right all over you right there. He's just filling your little, oh my God, filling your soul. It's like oh my God, it's like a steam engine, Bob Ross. He's just, God, he would just every day just crank them out. How many paintings are there? And is there, I'm going to come after you for a little side deal here. I mean, I need a Bob Ross in my house.
Well, get on Bonham's email address.
Come on, Joan, I need a deal, baby. You got some right there. And do you have a Bob Ross within reach right now of you? Could you?
Yes.
Ooh.
As a matter of fact, I do. I have 3 more paintings that are not posted yet on Bonham's.
Oh, wow. We're going to see.
This will be the first time that anybody has seen them.
An exclusive right now, folks, with Joan Kowalski, president of Bob Ross Incorporated. Oh, my. That's when I think of Bob. Look at that river.
Yes.
A river runs through it. Is that like Wyoming? Is those the Tetons? Where are we?
I think we're in Alaska for this, but I can't be sure. We'd have to listen to the episode for Bob to tell us where we are.
What would he be saying right now if he were just, doing a little of those white caps right there?
Oh, you can tell me what he'd be saying. We don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Little happy trees.
Little happy trees.
Yes.
What kind of, did you know, Bob? You were probably a little girl.
Oh, thank you. But no.
Because your family's been in business. Your family was business partners. Walt Kowalski,
That's
was he
right.
your dad?
He was my father, Annette Kowalski, my mother, Jane Ross, and Bob Ross. The 4 of them went into business together about, it's probably been 45 years ago.
Wow.
I came along a little bit later.
What do you remember about Bob? Was he like, did he bring you a lollipop or something? I mean, you were probably, you were 15, 20, maybe?
No, a little bit older than that.
Okay.
I would say. I was maybe in my early 30s. And he was just like he was on TV.
Oh.
He was that guy still. And he talked to me a lot, Billy, about what he wanted, how he wanted this thing to go, how he wanted it to go when he was gone. He wanted to become a household name, which is essentially what has happened. There's literally not a human on the planet that does not know who Bob Ross is anymore. And it's just how he wanted it. We talked for a long time. He loved to fax. Fax machines were his friend, and he would fax these long directives of how he wanted things to go.
Wow,
and
thank God
I think
he didn't.
we're hitting the mark.
Thank God he didn't live for the cell phone, or else he'd be blowing you up all day long.
Yes.
Did Bob, was he, all right, did he like smoke weed or anything like that? Or is that just, was he straight laced, or what was he like?
No, he did not smoke weed. He just was that guy. He just had it in him. He slowed down the room always. Even at, work meetings and things when he would, we'd sit around the big conference room table and stuff. Everybody would rush in, but pretty soon the whole sort of tempo of the business meeting sort of slowed way down, and things got easier, simpler, and more obvious. He made it just a very simple endeavor.
If you suffer
Very
from
easy.
depression, if you're a person that suffers from depression or stress easily, you just got to turn on Bob Ross. I mean, he's
That's right.
he's better than an SSRI. I mean, he was just
Yes.
easy breezy, just so mellow. I mean,
A lot of doctors actually prescribe him to their
prescribe.
patients.
You know what?
Yes.
Listen, I know you.
Yes.
Nothing else is worth. Go home and turn on Bob Ross, okay?
That's
You'll be
it.
fine. Joan Kowalski's the president of Bob Ross Incorporated. They're going to do a fundraiser starting on November 11th with Bonhams International, and all the money goes to public television. And do you have any other paintings that we can take a look at? Oh, give me another one. Oh, my God.
All right.
Whew.
If you like his seascapes, because people love his seascapes.
Oh, my, look
Isn't
at
that
the...
pretty?
Oh, look at the rolling waves. They're just, it's so voluminous. Oh, my.
Yes.
And the clouds above and the colors. Wow, there's so much going on there.
This is a beauty, and I'll show you one more.
Okay.
And these are going to be auctioned off, not on November 11th, but
Oh, look at
at
those.
some point. Yeah.
Oh, that's stunning.
There's your
Put me in
mountain
that
painting.
canoe. Put me in that canoe, just going down that little
Yes.
river right there.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord. What's that? How much is that? I'll give it to you right now.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. You've got to bid right along with everybody else.
Come on,
And high.
Joan.
You have to bid really, really high.
All right, Kowalski, I've had it with you. I need a special deal. I need a Bob Ross in my house. I just remodeled the house. If I had a Bob Ross in there, it would be such a home run.
You could paint your own.
No,
What about that? No,
I
you're not
want-
going for that.
I want one from the maestro. I do.
All right, I'll put you on the list.
How important do you think his hair was to his television persona? I mean, the beautiful Ross Fro was everything.
It really was everything. And he wasn't crazy about it, but we had designed a logo. It just became his trademark. And, he look at him. He looks great with it, really.
Oh,
But
my God.
it really was a very unique feature of his. There was no denying that you knew. When I tell people where I work, I say, the guy with fuzzy hair. And that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I have to say.
I'll tell you what, like I said in the beginning, I've done Bob Ross as a Halloween costume a few times,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it's everybody wants to dance with you. I mean, like,
Yes.
oh my God, it's Bob Ross! They go crazy. All right, Joan, this is exciting. I want everybody to swing into action here. The Bob Ross paintings to benefit public television, or they'll start being auctioned off November 11th. Very
That's
exciting. Thanks to American Public TV at Bonhams International Auction House. Joan, I thank you kindly.
Thank you very much. It was fun.
The joy of cooking was Julia Childs, and the joy of painting, the great Bob Ross. Got to say, I think my hair is getting to be almost as big as Bob Ross right now. All right, Hot Mics with Billy Bush rolls on, brought to you by LA Golf. It's time for another incredible recovery story following last January's Los Angeles fires here. The local community's response has been inspiring. We will see that in this next piece. The Forward LA initiative, brought to you by our friends at Venbrook Insurance, brings stories of resilience, recovery, and unwavering support. Longtime Palisades resident and owner of a local favorite restaurant, which I've been to many times, called Cinque Terre West. Chef Jamba Vinzoni and his wife Marlo were displaced in both home and restaurant. Their business that they love so much and the community leans on. And after many months, local residents and fans of the restaurant, patrons, helped them reopen in another wonderful neighborhood in Venice, which is incredible. So we got out of the studio, Steve and I, and we headed down to their new location to speak with the chef and Marlo about their experience. Take a look. Well, you got to be Jamba and you got to be Marlo.
How you doing?
Good to see you. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's beautiful, huh?
Thank
Gorgeous.
you. Thank you.
You've done it quickly.
Nice, yes.
I'm guessing these are the Cinque Terre.
Cinque Terre,
Yes.
Oh, man, I got to go there.
North and the south
And this is where your family is from?
My aunt house actually.
Listen, you said this is your aunt's apartment right here?
Yes, right.
Yep.
Oh, she's got the, wow. Any of these ovens come from the old place, or did you get them out, or they all new?
No.
Everything's
So the restaurant, everything is gone.
It's a great story of survival and resilience. It is. Cinque Terre West, here we are. 10 months. Did you imagine that you would be set up on this very nice street, but in Venice?
No, no.
Never.
Never in a million years.
How do you describe what happened to you in your life?
Politely? Let's see.
Don't have to be.
Our home, my kids' school, our business, our community, friends, everything. Everything overnight.
And you witnessed this from
The plane.
an airplane, which was the last airplane to be allowed to land at LAX. So you looked out
Yeah.
the window and watched your livelihood.
Yeah, everything was orange.
Yeah. Everything was orange, smoky, very rough landing. And then when you see you land, you start like realizing that, you know, how big of a disaster it is. And I started thinking, I don't know, I need to go over there and check if I still have a house.
You
Yeah,
went
I
up. You went
walked-
up to look at everything.
Yeah, I walked. I wanted to check if we still had like a home or a business or anything. So I walked from Santa Monica all the way to the Palisade through the Mescal Canyon. The more we're getting closer, the more smoke is around, and the temperature goes up. I really realized, the disaster you're walking into. And got home, took my car, took some documents, whatever I could, because it was like actively burning all around the place.
Yeah.
And then when I jumped in the car and started driving, into the village, gas is gone, house is gone, everything is gone. You look and left, you can see all the way to, Venbrook Canyon, and there is nothing obstructing your vision. And on the right, you can see the ocean, and I'm like, shocking, to say the least.
You told me that tonight will be the first night you go back to the place
Palisade.
to sleep. So you'll be back in your home, but the business, Marlo, destroyed. And can it come back in that place?
The business is standing, but the back of the building is destroyed. But the community is gone. Who is going to want to come to the restaurant, enjoy a great meal, food, talk with your friends when you look across the street and everything is burnt down?
How did the community respond, Marlo?
After the fire, we were walking, blah, 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 I'd see everybody. And then one person said, "Oh, Marlo, by the way, we donated to your GoFundMe." I said, "We have a GoFundMe?" And she said, "Yeah, did you see it?" I said, "No, we didn't know anything about it." So one of our regulars set up a GoFundMe, and then next thing you know, we were able to do all of this because of the community.
Here you are on Rose Avenue
Here
in
we are.
Venice, which is
Yeah.
one of the great, beautiful, foodie streets in LA. It's lovely.
And it's amazing. Every single day, there is somebody here from the Palisades.
I bet.
Every single day, as well as now we're connected to the community here. It's beautiful because people are walking every day and night, 24 hours. There's always somebody. So now we have our regulars here, and we have people from the Palisades. So, people
You see
from
some
the
old faces. Good.
Yeah.
That's
People-
helpful.
Exactly. People from the Palisades say, Marla, it's almost therapy to be here. We're happy to see you and chat and eat Jumper's food. It feels like home.
What did you learn throughout this with the insurance and all? You didn't have insurance in the old place, right?
We lost insurance because of some problem that were before previously. And
Do you
we
have
were
it here?
For the restaurant, we had insurance for the food that we lost because of the refrigerator and because the back part was burned and everything. So we had a little bit of insurance that helped us cover those expenses that were those bills that needed to be paid. For the home, we did not have it, so we had to basically remediate ourselves.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
everywhere.
make a run for it here and not worry about going back right now and just. Is that
Going
the
back?
plan? What's the idea?
I think this is gonna be our new
This
home.
is our new home.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna start from here, and then we'll see if a chance present. Maybe we can, go back over there and do something over there as well.
Well, you've got your
This is
old
a lot.
faithful, I'm sure, come by, and you've got an opportunity to
Well,
tack
you-
on a
Yeah.
whole
Yes.
new set of
Yes.
regulars, right?
And Rose, I mean, that's a
You can start with me.
There you go.
All right, I'm very happy to be in the Cinque Terre family.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I want to tell you that we are so sorry for everything that you've been through, but I see an unbelievable, resilient pair in the two of you. You'll be a great turnaround story. Really, very resilient and terrific.
So why don't we sit down and have something to eat?
Have a little repasto.
Yeah. Spaghetti with clams and bottarga. Vongole bottarga. Bottarga is dried mullet eggs.
That's a fire. Look at this salad. That's a fresh salad. Oh, oh my God, super al dente. Feel like I kimchi with them.
Io. Pizza.
Oh. Oh my God. I give this little slice right here, this little one to Steve. I take the big
The
one.
big one.
But what else I do to Steve is I take that, I put it on top of that,
There you go.
and then
And
I
then
give
you
Steve
close
that.
it.
That's what's for Steve.
Yes.
How is it, Bill?
It's fantastic. The only cheeseless pizza I would eat is
There you
his
go.
because of you. Is there anything better than authentic Italian food? I mean, come on, al dente. You got to go say hi to Chef Jamba and Marlo. If you're in the area, go eat at Cinque Terre West there in Venice. You can find them on Instagram too at Cinque Terre West. It helps out the community, and we thank our friends at Venbrook Insurance and its Forward LA initiative for introducing us, this little Hot Mike's family here, to small businesses all across the Palisades and Altadena areas. They have suffered so much. It's our great pleasure to be a part of their rebuilding. All right, to stay safe even during the unexpected, please do yourself a favor and go to venbrook.com/hotmikes to get connected with an insurance expert for free. That's it for Hot Mics with Billy Bush, presented by LA Golf. Take your swing to the next level with LA Golf's cutting-edge technology. Straighten it out. Hit them straight. Hit them longer. And by the way, join us tomorrow morning, if you've never done it, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Morning Mics, our little live YouTube chat. We'll see you then. And we'll see you back here Monday on Hot Mics.